Hello, friends. Welcome to Chasing English. Here we practice every day reading, listening, shadowing, repeat after me, and quick reflex speaking. If you join us a little each day, your English will grow strong and natural. Let's learn step by step in simple words with a warm heart. Today's story is inspired by a famous book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise L. Hay. This book has helped many people feel better in their minds and bodies. It teaches us that our thoughts matter and that kindness to ourselves can change our lives. In our story, the main character is Mia. Mia is a kind, shy girl in her early 20s. She lives in a small room near a quiet street. On her desk, there is a little plant, a cup of tea, and a notebook for English words. Mia wants to speak English well. She wants to feel brave when she talks to new people. But often she thinks, maybe I can't do it. These thoughts make her heart heavy. One rainy afternoon, Mia finds a video on Chasing English about Louise L. Hay's ideas. She hears a simple message. Your thoughts are like seeds. If you plant kind thoughts, kind things can grow. Mia sits up straight. This sounds new and also soft, like a friend's voice. That evening, Mia opens her notebook. She writes a short promise to herself. I will practice reading with Chasing English every day. I will listen with calm ears. I will shadow the sentences and copy the sound. I will train my reflex by speaking short answers quickly. She also writes one more line. I can learn, I can heal, I can grow. Mia wants to try. She starts with small steps. She reads one paragraph out loud. She listens again. She shadows the words, slowly and clearly. She feels a little silly, but also a little proud. Her voice is soft, but it is her voice, and that matters. Before bed, Mia looks into a small mirror on her wall. She remembers something from the video. Talk to yourself like someone you love. She tries simple words. Mia, you are learning. Mia, you are safe. Mia, keep going. Her chest feels warm. The rain outside becomes quiet. For the first time in a long time, Mia sleeps with a light smile. This is the start of Mia's journey. With Chasing English, she will learn English in a simple, friendly way, and she will also learn to be kind to herself. Tomorrow, she will take the next step. She will look at her thoughts like seeds in a small garden and choose which ones to grow. The next morning, sunlight came through Mia's small window. She stretched her arms and thought, today I will try again. She opened her notebook and read what she wrote last night. The words looked simple, but they gave her a soft push to begin. Mia remembered Louise L. Hay's first big idea. Your thoughts are like seeds. She closed her eyes and imagined her mind as a small garden. Some seeds were beautiful, like I can learn, and I am safe. But some seeds were not so nice. They whispered things like, I'm not good enough, or I always fail. Mia realized something important. She had been watering the wrong seeds for many years. No wonder she often felt tired and afraid. That day, Mia decided to plant new seeds. She stood in front of her mirror and tried gentle words. I am learning English step by step. I am open to good things today. I am safe in this moment. At first, the words felt strange, almost like pretending. But she remembered the video. Even if you don't believe yet, say it anyway. Healing begins with kindness. So Mia kept going. Later that week, something small but special happened. Mia had to buy food at the market. Usually, she stayed quiet and shy. But this time, she smiled at the shopkeeper and said a short English word she had practiced, hello. The shopkeeper smiled back. That tiny moment made her heart jump. It felt like a new flower growing in her garden. That night, Mia sat on her bed and thought about another teaching. Life is a mirror. She wondered, if I believe people are kind, maybe I will meet more kind people. If I believe I can learn, maybe I will see more chances to practice. Mia wrote in her notebook, I choose to believe I can grow. I choose to believe people will help me. I choose to believe English can be fun. Every day, she read her new words, like watering the seeds in her garden. Slowly, her mind felt lighter, but change was not always easy. Sometimes the old thoughts came back. You will never speak well. You will make mistakes. People will laugh. Those thoughts felt heavy like weeds in her garden. Mia didn't know how to stop them yet. Still, she remembered another lesson from Louise. The point of power is in the present moment. So each time the bad thoughts appeared, Mia took a breath and said softly, "Stop. I am learning. I am doing my best." Step by step, she began to see she was not powerless. She could choose new thoughts, even if they were small, and with every choice, her garden became brighter. This was only the beginning. In the next part, Mia would face something deeper, her old memories, the childhood beliefs that still lived in her heart. Would she have the courage to look back and change them? A few weeks passed. Mia kept practicing with her notebook, her mirror, and the videos from Chasing English. She was starting to feel a little stronger. But one evening, while she was practicing, an old memory came back to her mind. She remembered being a little girl in school. One day, her teacher asked her to read a sentence in front of the class. Mia was nervous. Her hands shook and she read the words too slowly. Some children laughed. The teacher sighed and said, "You are too slow. You must try harder." That small moment stayed in Mia's heart for many years. She did not notice it, but the memory was still there, like a heavy stone. Whenever she tried to speak English now, the same fear returned. What if people laugh at me again? Mia realized something. This was one of the old seeds Louise Hay talked about, a seed from childhood still growing inside her. She sat quietly and whispered, "That was the past. I am not that little girl anymore. I am safe now. I am learning in my own time." Her voice was soft, but her eyes filled with tears. For the first time, she was speaking kindly to her younger self. The next day, Mia wrote in her notebook, "Childhood beliefs are not always true. I can choose new ones." She looked in the mirror and said slowly, "I am not stupid. I am not slow. I am growing every day." It was not easy. Some days the old voice was louder, but Mia remembered another teaching. We are not wrong. We just didn't know better until we know better. Now she knew better. A few days later, Mia tried something new. She joined a small English practice group at the library. At first, she wanted to hide in the back, but she remembered her mirror words. "I am safe. I am learning." So when it was her turn, she read a short paragraph out loud. Her voice shook, but she finished. And instead of laughter, the group clapped and smiled. One girl said, "Good job, Mia." Mia's heart was full. She thought, maybe the world is not laughing at me anymore. Maybe the world is waiting to cheer for me. That night, Mia sat by her window. She looked at the stars and whispered, "Thank you, little Mia. You were brave. And now grown-up Mia will be brave too." She was beginning to understand. Healing was not about forgetting the past. Healing was about giving new love to the old wounds. But Mia's journey was not finished yet. There was still another big step waiting for her. Forgiveness. Could she really forgive the pain from her past and free her heart? Mia's garden of thoughts was slowly growing brighter. She was practicing every day, reading, listening, shadowing, and speaking with her Chasing English videos. She felt more confident than before, but deep inside, something was still heavy. One rainy afternoon, Mia remembered Louise Hay's words, "Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you." Mia whispered to herself, "But how can I forgive the people who hurt me?" She thought of her childhood again. She remembered the children who laughed at her, the teacher who made her feel small, and even some family members who once said, "You will never be good at this." Those words had cut her heart. She carried them for so many years. At first, Mia shook her head. "I cannot forgive them. They don't deserve it." But then she remembered another teaching. Holding anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person suffers. It only hurts you. That night, Mia tried something new. She lit a small candle by her window, opened her notebook, and wrote, "I forgive you, not for you, but for me. I choose peace. I set myself free." Her hand trembled as she wrote. Tears fell on the page, but with each word her heart felt a little lighter. The next morning, she looked in the mirror. She placed her hand on her chest and said softly, "Mia, I forgive myself too. I am not broken. I am healing. I deserve love." For the first time, she did not feel silly. She felt calm. Later that week, Mia went back to the library group. A new member joined, a shy boy who could not speak a single English word in front of the group. He looked down, embarrassed. Mia smiled at him kindly. For a moment, she saw her younger self in him. The fear, the shame, the silence. After the session, Mia walked over and said gently, "Don't worry, I was like you. But little by little, it gets better. Just keep trying." The boy looked up, surprised, and gave a small smile. That moment warmed Mia's heart. She thought, maybe my healing can help someone else heal too. From that day, Mia understood something big. Forgiveness was not about saying the past was okay. It was about choosing to live free in the present. By forgiving herself and others, she had made more space in her garden for kindness and growth. But Mia's journey was not over yet. There was still one last lesson waiting for her, the lesson of loving herself completely. Could she truly believe she was enough, just as she was? Mia's journey had already changed her heart. She had planted new seeds of thought, faced her old memories, and learned to forgive. But there was still one more step, learning to truly love herself. One quiet evening, Mia stood in front of her mirror. She looked into her own eyes. For a long time, she had only seen her mistakes, her fears, her not good enough. But now, she wanted to see something new. She took a deep breath and said slowly, "Mia, I love you. You are safe. You are enough." At first, her eyes filled with tears. It was not easy, but this time, she didn't look away. She kept speaking, even with a shaky voice. And then something soft happened. Her reflection began to feel like a friend, not a stranger. Day by day, Mia repeated her affirmations. She forgave quickly, spoke kindly to herself, and practiced English with joy. Her little notebook was now full of gentle words, and her small plant on the desk had grown tall and green, just like her. One morning, she went to the library group again. This time, she read a whole page out loud. Her voice was stronger, her smile was brighter. Everyone clapped, and Mia felt light inside. She whispered to herself, "See? I can grow. I can heal. I can love myself." From that day on, Mia promised to keep practicing. Not just English, but also kindness to her own heart. She knew the journey was not finished. Healing takes time. Learning takes patience. But she was ready. Dear friends, thank you for joining Mia's journey. Just like her, you can plant good seeds in your mind. You can forgive, you can grow, and you can choose love. Remember, your English practice is also a journey. Every day with Chasing English, you can read, listen, shadow, and speak to make your skills stronger. Step by step, word by word, you will see progress. So don't give up. Keep practicing. Be gentle with yourself. And believe, I am learning. I am safe. I am enough. If you enjoyed this story, please follow Chasing English for more. Together, we will learn, grow, and shine brighter every day. See you in the next story, my friend.